The Department of Transportation has ordered the suspension of the entire fleet of Solid North Company. One of the firm's buses figured in a massive crash on SCTEX yesterday. 10 died and at least 30 have been injured in the pileup. Here's the report.
These bus passengers survived the multiple vehicle collision along SCTEX on Labor Day, May 1st. 25-year-old M. Apines sustained wounds on her right eye and knee due to the pileup. She was taking a nap when tragedy struck.
Kasi pagising ko na lang, wala. Sobrang lakas na ng impact. Parang ang tawag doon, nabugbog. Kasi masakit yun dito kanina eh. Pagkagising ko po, gulo-gulo na lahat ng upuan sa loob ng bus.
32-year-old Sherry May can't walk properly after she was flung out of her seat by the impact of the collision. It also took a while before she was taken out of the bus she was on.
Yung emergency po na pang-brake sana sa glass, wala silang ganon. So yung iba, binuksan yung parang sliding window doon sa likod para makababa. Pero yung iba po kasi na matatanda, hindi nila kayang lumabas sa window. So ang ginawa po namin, yung basag na door doon sa harap, yun yung ginamit namin na labasan. So yung iba nasusugat na po sila dahil nga para lang makalabas.
The driver of the van just waiting for his turn at the Tarlac City toll booth is still in critical condition. The impact of the Labor Day crash was so intense, the bus hit a van, causing it to collide with another SUV. One truck and another vehicle were likewise hit. The accident caused heavy traffic along the expressway, but more than the congestion was the gruesome aftermath of the SCTEX crash. 8 of the van's passengers instantly died. They were a family on their way to a church camp up north. In the mortuary, Arlene, a relative of the victims, could not hold back her tears.
Nabalilima po sa amin. Tapos yung tatlo, iuwi pa po ng Bicol kasi mga kamag-anak po yung asawa nun. Taga Bicol po. Gusto din siyempre makita. So, ibuburol muna sa Antipolo Hills doon sa church. After nun, ita-transport na sa Bicol. May church event po kasi sila. Oo, children's camping, kaya nga maraming bata. So, actually, papuntang Pangasinan pa sila sana. Kaya lang, yun na nga, hindi na nga sila umabot.
Emir, son of one of the victims, could only hope that the bus company would help them.
Nung nakumpirma po namin doon sa bahay, talaga pong bumagsak po kami lahat, talagang iyakan po kami. And then, ayun po, ano na lang po kami, parang kinomfort na lang po namin yung isa't isa.
On Friday afternoon, 2 of the fatalities, husband and wife John and Janica Alinas, were finally brought home to Plaridel, Bulacan. They were the last to be extracted from the smashed van. And with them was their 2-year-old son, who had been sitting in his car seat. The toddler survived but sustained leg injuries.
Nagpapasalamat pa rin dahil yung anak nila, binigay pa ni Lord sa amin. State of shock pa rin po kami. Parang sana panaginip lang lahat. Hindi ako magbabakasyon lang dapat kasi yung family. Sa ngayon po, syempre magulo pa utak namin, hindi namin alam. Parang hindi pa kami makapaniwala. Parang sana panaginip lang ang lahat. Sa ngayon po, to be honest, hindi pa namin alam.
The local government of Tarlac has promised to provide medical, financial, transportation, and burial assistance to the victims. Based on the initial investigation by Tarlac PNP, the bus driver fell asleep as he approached the toll plaza. The bus had also been running on full speed. In all, 10 have been confirmed dead in the pileup. All of them have been brought to Tarlac Provincial Hospital for treatment.
Karamihan po dun sa mga injured po rito, hindi pa po kilala yung karamihan. Kasi wala pong mga ibang pagkakakilanlan. So kasalukuyan pa pong iniimbestigahan pa po ng ating mga investigador yung kanilang mga pagkakakilanlan. So ito po, sana po ngayon is sa mga manonood ninyo is makarating sa kanila na nasa Tarlac Provincial Hospital pa po yung karamihan na unidentified pa po.
The wounded bus driver and the conductor are now in the custody of police, but they refuse to give a statement. Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon already suspended the operation of Solid North, the company of the ill-fated bus. Dizon also ordered the LTFRB to file criminal charges. He also met with bus operators to discuss possible stricter safety measures, including mandatory safety checks.
Talagang halos nabasag yung puso ko kanina nung nalaman ko. 2 weeks ago, sinabi na namin, napapansin na namin na pataas ng pataas ang incidents ng road accidents. Ngayong 4 na buwan pa lang ng 2025, nalampasan na yung total number recorded ng LTFRB ng mga insidente na matay at na injure nung buong 2024. Kasama na itong nangyari kahapon. The part of the government, babaguhin natin ang lahat ng ating mga proseso para gawing mas stricto at hindi lang yung proseso kundi yung enforcement.